Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of the Living World of Darkness. We find ourselves in the middle of turbulent times for the vampires. The Camarilla has just found out this evening that Marquez Levitola, the primogen of the Clan of the Rose, has defected by his own admission, almost a taunting manner. He has more or less said that he is joining the Sabbat. And this does not sit well with members such as Frank Green, Dr. Softly, and a myriad of others. Dr. Softly and Frank Green were quick to act, calling upon the members of the Rose, the members of the Grand Grell, even members of the Bruja were all contacted. And through various pooling of resources and contacts, they find themselves now outside an internet cafe. It's here that we start our scene.
I'm guessing the his haven was obviously completely empty when we went
Yes,
earlier.
when
Yeah.
you arrived at the Haven, it was all but ransacked. Anything of
Um,
value and information was gone.
Doctor softly will turn around to the Toreador in the group and he'll say, "He is your Imogen. I doubt he's still here. Obviously, we can do a quick look, but I imagine you know his spell if you're skilled in all specs. Do you believe you can track him? Or perhaps since he was such a heated message, you might be able to detect his aura, see if there's any trail left if it was relatively recent."
My level of aspects at least not up to that, but what do you think, Mr. Peck?
Well, my auspex reaches quite a little bit further. I think I could be, if I can pick up his scent, I could be able to track him.
Excellent. One moment, I'll go inside while you check up. Doctor Softly, being a nice man in his 60s, will start to walk inside. And I'm assuming there's some kind of desk, some kind of checkout desk or something.
At the internet cafe, yes, there is. It's essentially a loose wall of various PCs set up on the outer perimeter with more or less contemporary couches without backs for some odd reason. And there are obviously multiple members sitting about on their laptops, the sound of some popular music playing, of course. It's all very muted. There is the smell of coffee and things of that nature all about.
Doctor Softly will walk towards the whoever's behind the desk and he'll give them a nice smile and say, I'm wondering if you can help me. I'm looking for a friend of the family, shall we say. He sent a rather worrying message from here. We're looking for him, and Dr. Softly will proceed to give a description of the gentleman.
Dude, we get like a bunch of people in here. You're gonna have to be a bit more specific. That could be like half of the friggin' hipsters that make their way in here.
Well, I'm describing him. Can I roll? He's quite a flamboyant individual. Can I roll anything to really emphasize?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me charisma and expression.
Okay. Can I get 4 dice roll, please?
Yes, you may, my good sir.
Standard
Don't forget to
difficulty.
go on-camera dark. Seen.
Here we go. 4 dice. Reasonable amount of
successes.
successes.
After a moment, the guy who looks like he's pushing the last legal pill finally says, "Oh, yeah, that dude was in here like right. Oh man, it must have been like 8 or 9 o'clock. So yeah, it was like 2 or 3 hours ago."
Oh, well, good. Well, he obviously left. He didn't. Did he come in here with anyone?
No, he came in here. He hooked up a flash drive. He left it here, and then he left.
He left a flash drive here.
Yeah.
1 second now. I'll make sure it gets back to him. Dr. Softly will go over, look at the flash drive. I want to check to see if this is trapped. I'm worried if he's gone to Zabat that he'll have left this as some kind of explosive or something. Could I roll perhaps intelligence technology to figure that out? Or
Yeah,
I actually have traps as well.
You can roll technology, intelligence technology.
Can I get 5 dice, please?
Yes, you may. Boom. Do. There you go.
You can tell that if this thing was trapped, that it would be little more than a firecracker if it were trapped. So likely, if it were a trap, it's not very grandiose at all. It probably wouldn't even do enough damage to really be worth the time to make.
Dr. Softly will carefully unplug it. I don't think unplug it would probably set it off. I hope.
No, it's like it's actually been in the computer at one point and taken out.
Yeah, so I'll. It's already taken out.
Yeah, like the guy's literally handing it to you.
Carefully pick it up, and I'll walk outside. He was here about 2 hours ago. He left this behind. I'll hand it over to Frank.
Okay. Excuse me a second. Maybe I can actually use this guy's Wi-Fi for my own purposes. Frank Green at the moment is carrying around an actual laptop, one of his own. He goes ahead and he will try to purchase some minutes off of this Wi-Fi guy, right? And with those minutes, he's going to go ahead and find a dark corner. In the dark corner, he'll start to actually call Arturus Rock up through a Skype call, right?
As they do this, Mr. Peck is in the back of the group, shaking his head. Shaking his head.
Dr. Softly will point in case he needs although there's probably other being people in the seat, if he might still be able to pick up the scent leading from that chair if needed.
Right. Franklin will simply go ahead and call Arturus Rock, tell him the score, tell him if he can't find any information off of this flash drive. And he goes ahead and inserts it and lets him go.
Write something to you that means that you should install some program. He already sent you the link which makes you use your computer by my computer. So in 5 minutes, it's installed this little program. It's called TeamViewer. And after he sends your IP address and my IP address, I take that control of that computer. And
the laptop is completely new, brand new, got nothing on it, nothing sensitive at all.
Okay. What do I need to roll?
Intelligence computer will be difficulty 8.
So it means it's 6.
For you, yes.
Sorry.
Oh, new information.
Okay, because it wasn't going too well, I'm just going to roll something real quick here. Okay, so nothing bad happens to your laptop.
How about Mr. Peck?
Mr. Peck will come from the back of the group slowly. He says, "You've all been touching it, haven't you? All leaving your scent on it just before I need to smell it or check it out. Ain't that peachy?" He will brush up his sleeves, focus on his scent. I try to pick up the scent by smelling. Yep. perception awareness for you?
It is the roll for. Are you rolling Spirit's Touch?
No, I know what Spirit Touch is. Spirit Touch is perception. No, I'm trying to roll heightened senses in order to pick up smell.
Okay. Given the area and how many people have touched, I'm going to say it's a difficulty 8 base.
Difficulty 8 base. Yes, that means difficulty 6.
Alright, go for it.
Because I got improved smell.
Alright, make your roll, sir.
That's.
And gentlemen, if you could please pay attention to the chat.
Oh my god. Of course. It's the negative ones. But it's one success.
Okay, you can kind of get a hint that Marquez had been in the area some time ago. And you could tell that he kind of went towards the eastern side of New York.
I will try to focus on something else, since he has been touching this maybe only a few times. I reckon there are longer or stronger scents on the chair he sat on, or maybe just the mouse he touched for quite a while. So I'll actually go inside of the shop, and I'll just before I'll go ask Mr. Softly which computer he used.
I'll point him towards the correct one.
I'm going to try and get a scent of that as well.
Gentlemen. And he looks at Mr. Walker. I have some information. How about you?
As do I.
What's your source name?
Marquez bought a private jet at least a month ago.
A jet.
Yes.
Yes. And I know that there are 6 private jets ready for takeoff today.
Do you know which airports?
Do I know which airport, Storyteller?
Not just yet.
No, but I'm gonna check in on it.
Keep digging, I'll see if I can find a serial number.
The last one is 2 successes.
With this information, Dr. Softly will lean towards Frank and say, there are no airports I can think of on Manhattan itself. Perhaps time to take Artis off the bench.
Yeah, actually. He goes ahead and sends a quick text to Artis Rock on the visual feed he currently has. You're coming in.
Artis goes into garage and
He makes another quick chat. Don't leave quite yet. We don't exactly know where we're going. Just stay on call.
okay, I'm just preparing.
Let's see, which airports do we have in New York? JFK, LaGuardia.
LaGuardia is the nearest.
That's the nearest indeed.
But is it on the right side of town is the question.
It's
East.
It's in Brooklyn, if I remember correctly, or in Queens.
Brooklyn and JFK. JFK and LaGuardia are the ones that are in, and the public airport are all to the east. The other ones are in New York and London. And then there's one in the north.
Guys, OC, the UL said that I will get what he gets from someone to my phone. So I text Frank what I get from UL's contacts. So Frank learns that there's a word of a few hired guns needed at JFK and LaGuardia.
Okay, well that sort of narrows it down to the east side. Do we know primarily where Marquez's direct influence was in any of those boroughs?
To be fair, if he's hiring for two places, that's a little bit of a misdirection. He might not be going to either of those two locations. He may be going to another area and using those to obfuscate. If we can find out which plane has been hired by him, rather than just
I'm
bumbling
going
around.
I'm going to
could-
cease texting my contact and actually try
I
to
could get
call.
close enough.
Alright, hold on. Go ahead, Kate.
I'm going to cease texting my contact and instead actually try to call them.
Okay. So you call your contact?
Yeah.
What's your contact's name?
Yeah. Let's see. I've got it written down here. Elijah Gray.
Elijah in the public records office picks up the phone. This is Elijah Gray. Can I help you?
Hey, it's Mike. What's up?
Mike. Hey, that information I gave you, did it help?
Not just yet. You got the serial number for me?
I got a serial number for you if you've got some lettuce. I'm making a pretty big salad this week.
Oh yeah, no problem. I can make that happen. Don't sweat it, man.
Alright, sounds good. And with that, Elijah will go into the Department of Public Records and look for a bill of sale. And when he gets the bill of sale, he gets kind of a runaround. However, after about 20 minutes or so, they do get to that it is definitely not Newark Airport they went to. You can tell that much right now, that the plane has been hangared both at LaGuardia and JFK in the past 2 months.
Okay. He'll pass that information back to the group as a whole.
Okay.
I see.
Well, in the
Thanks, man.
meantime, Peck was going following Ascent, I believe, and that was 20 minutes. So,
So the entire group is mobile at this point.
I don't know if Mr. Peck's getting. Well, he hasn't got a chance to get a roll yet.
Okay. Mr. Peck,
Yes.
do your thing.
I've already rolled. I guess nobody saw that. On the chair, I just got one success on smelling the mouse he touched for quite a while. I got 2 successes.
Mhm.
But on the mouse, I use Spirit Touch.
Okay, Spirit's Touch. How many successes did you get on that?
2.
2. Okay, when you go through Spirit's Touch, you get these impulses, these sensations, and you get this feeling that Marquez was very angry, but you noticed that there was a sort of a hint of arrogance about him. And to that end, you notice that you get this flash of a pamphlet in his coat pocket.
What does the pamphlet represent?
All you can see is you get this sensation, and you can kind of almost visualize it in your mind's eye. You definitely do not see any J or F's in the name on the pamphlet.
All right. Well, in LaGuardia, there's no J or F.
All right.
Fair enough. I don't want to split the party just yet, and I think we've gotten the final clue to finally track this guy down. However, before we actually get underway and ultimately decide, is there any way to ground one particular airport or that particular flight?
Well, if I know the serial number, I can try to get in contact with my particular contact. Maybe I can get police to ground the airplane.
Does DuPont have specifically influence over the Transit Authority police?
No.
No. Then, yeah, his contacts in the police would not be able to ground an airplane on a vague thing. They would have to have either direct influence over the airports, or they would have to have like a serious threat brought to their attention, in which case it would be a human response, likely not Kindred.
But if I contact my contact and ask if the airplane with that serial number is ready to fly from LaGuardia?
Do you have any contacts? I'm going to say you can't get anything from that, but you guys are welcome to go to the airport.
Right.
It's a time where you make decisions. You bring everyone to one airport, or do you go and split us because we can't wait to gather all the information.
No, we can't.
I have a contact in high society. Can I call him and ask what kind of hired men, security men, you would hire if you want the best of the best? Because I think he's arrogant enough to try and, when he gets away, try to defend himself with the best a hired man can get. If I can get in contact with the same company, I can ask where their men are. Therefore, I know where they are exactly.
Because Paragos's contacts are at the street level, this was a call that went out to thugs, like the lowest common denominator.
Frank, where did Brock set up Haven?
Brock set up Haven in the Brooklyn area, and I've also got Paragos in Queens. If we do decide to split the party, yeah.
They can be there a lot faster than we can.
Yes. Okay, we'll do that. If they find anything there, they can only confirm what we're suspecting, and we can bring on the full hammer. If they find nothing, well, then we can quickly redirect ourselves to JFK.
All right, so you guys want to call Brock Shocknick and tell him to go to LaGuardia.
All right, fair enough.
All right. Someone go ahead and give a call to Brock.
I would like to insert an idea that Brock would have gone as fast as possible to wherever his Eyes of Chaos led him to go, to try to head off you guys from attacking Marquez before he could speak to him.
Oh, yeah, you are his employer. This would have hit you particularly hard.
All right, then Brock, I need you to do me a favor and roll for your Eyes of Chaos to see if you can. All right, well, hold on. Frank, you've already called Brock, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Brock, you get the missive that the sheriff and his hounds are currently coming after Marquez. What are you going to do?
I'm going to roll Perception Occult, using my Eyes of Chaos to try to get, and using something I know of Marquez, maybe even going to the groove and walking around in its ashes.
Okay.
To find what is his problem and where the hell is he. Perception Occult, 3, 5d2, and it's up to you what the difficulty is.
I'll say difficulty 7.
Okay. Uh-oh. Botch.
Brock, you get an overwhelming vision of Marquez rising out of the ground in the center of New York City with all the powers of the blood at his disposal. You are almost convinced that this vision is informing you that your employer, Marquez, is an antediluvian.
Well, everyone's going to think I'm insane, but I'm going to call people and tell them my suspicions.
And Brock
Green
is...
look to the rest of the group and simply say, sorry, Malkavian's being Malkavian at the moment.
You guys, I'm not kidding.
Well,
He has great power now, and he's rising from within the center bowels of the city to devour us all.
Okay, Rob. Okay. So, sending Rock and Bergos to LaGuardia, and we are following soon after.
Should I roll drive Dex drive?
No, you don't have to roll Dex drive to LaGuardia. I'm going to roll a fate dice to see if you hit traffic. That's it.
A little faster, maybe?
You're fine. You get there there's literally no more traffic than normal. So you get there, at a fairly quick pace. So you have arrived at LaGuardia's, not the main terminal, but rather the private airstrips. And there is a guard station at the front, and of course they're not going to let you in without proper approval first. So they're actually standing there kind of barring your way.
Okay. I will tap Mr. Softly on the shoulder, and I say, sir, I think this is the moment I can help the most.
We're not there yet.
I know.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
But I can go ahead and check inside without needing to pass him physically.
Of course, and you know what he looks like. Please do so.
Okay.
We'll watch over you, make sure no harm comes to you.
This is why Mr. Pack already is traveling in a van. He might be traveling the slowest, but then again, he's got a portable bed. So actually, Mr. Pack will go in the back of his van, place it simply at the parking place close to the entrance where the guard is. Then I will spend the willpower, and I have to make a roll, if I'm not mistaken.
You're using Obfuscate?
No.
He's using Auspex 5. He's astrally projecting, and he'll be able to check the area out while astrally projecting, and he'll be able to go up to the plane, look around while astrally projecting, and in a matter of a second, if he needed to, he could go over to JFK and start checking out the planes there. But he has to stop and look at the specific areas, but he can cover great distances quickly, and he won't be seen unless somebody else is astrally projecting. Now, if that plane's got Ward versus Spirits on it, I'd say that'll mess him up, but aside from that...
Alright, it's going to be a difficulty... I'll say difficulty 8. It's a place that you probably haven't been to in some time. But yeah, and you're not actually there. Well, no. You're
actually, that doesn't really matter. The fact that I'm close to the place I'm going to visit
I know, I'm reading it.
Lowers the difficulty.
Yeah, you're at difficulty 7.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
My improved sight, does that give any more lower difficulty?
For the actual astral projection roll itself, no.
No, okay. Perfect. Here we go. All the ones. Difficulty 7 it was, right?
Yep. You have 2 successes.
There you go.
Plus willpower, right?
You have to spend a point of willpower
You have to spend willpower to get into the astral projection form.
Oh, never mind.
So, Mr. Peck, you've gone into your astral form, and you are now floating above the airport. You are at LaGuardia, yes?
We were at the gate, so I'm going to pass the gate and float towards the plane. And I got the serial number of the plane, so I need to check the right plane.
Mm-hmm.
Artus will go. Like, am I come near goons that? Did I see the goons that Marquez,
No,
hired?
you're still on the outside. You're on the outside of the airstrip, so you can see the hangars, but you can't see into them.
Marquez haven't seen me, so I will trick myself like, yo man, I came here to help Marquez. I'm a goon. I take the word in the, what was the name of it? Street. I came here to earn money, man.
Do me a favor, make me a manipulation and subterfuge roll.
Oh no.
I spend the willpower.
Okay.
While you're working that out, Dr. Softly would have fortunately said to Frank's like, let's be honest, it's an airport. Although we'll try and keep to the masquerade, there might be a chance where there'll be a chase coming out of here, and I'm no spring chicken. I'm not as spry on my feet as I used to be, as he kind of taps the cane. I might have to stay driving.
That's why we need to go ahead and intercept him before that plane even takes off from the hangar, my good sir.
Arthas, how many successes did you get on your subterfuge roll?
2.
The guard got 4 successes on his perception empathy. He can tell that you're lying through your teeth. The guard's gonna just simply look at you and say, "Please wait here for a moment." And he's gonna walk back into his guard tower and he's gonna get onto a radio.
Run.
Mr. Peck, at this point you start to see that a hangar's door starts coming open fairly quickly.
What do I see coming from the hangar door?
You see gentlemen that are dressed up in the typical, runway worker outfits, the jumpsuits with the bright stripes on them.
They are going to lead a plane, right?
They are getting a plane ready to taxi. You also see 3 individuals making their way out. You see a young woman making her way out. You see a gentleman who looks to be in his 20s with a kind of a shaggy bit of hair. And you see a tank of a man walking in their company.
Well, sounds perfect. Do I recognize any of them?
At the moment, no. These are all new individuals for you.
I'll try if I can enter the plane.
Yeah, you can enter the plane. Marquez is in there.
I figured as much. I'm staying away from him and his auspex ability. I am going to make sure that I know how many pilots there are. Is it 1 or 2 pilot plane?
It is a small Learjet, so there are 2 pilots. There is a pilot and a co-pilot.
Any stewardesses on the plane?
Yes, there is at least 1 stewardess.
Okay, perfect. At this moment, I will try and travel back as quickly as I can because we need to take action right now, otherwise he's going to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So, the moment I re-enter my physical form and am capable enough to speak, I will relieve the information as you have just given me. So that means I will tell anyone who's listening that I have seen the plane getting ready to take off. I've seen the 3 people, which seems like the tough security guys and girls. I have seen Marquez residenting on the plane, 2 pilots, 1 stewardess inside.
Great. Time to get the people who know how to drive faster.
All right. My favorite thing in the world, fake deaths. Who's got the best drive here?
I have 3.
It's dexterity drive.
You're already
right?
there. You're already there. It's just dexterity drive. Out of the people that haven't arrived yet, who's got the best drive?
I have
Totally,
two.
I have 3 in total.
6 dice pool.
I can bump my dex if need be in a mere second.
Well, it's not going to matter because for some reason traffic is extremely light at this moment going into LaGuardia.
Let's be rather
Blessing
quick.
is all I'm gonna say.
So do we need to roll or?
No, you don't need to roll. You guys get there within record time. Those of you that have been in New York for a few years or have been here your entire lives, you are amazed at the time you're getting. And even in your mortal lives, if you live here in your mortal life, you've never seen traffic this light before. This is the most fortuitous bit of happenstance.
Maybe it's the time of the night.
Perhaps. But you are coming up now on LaGuardia's charter flight airstrip, and you start to notice that there's a bit of activity as you're driving along the main road. Towards it, you can see that that there is now a plane being basically towed out onto the runway.
Dr. Softly will say to you, does anyone have a weapon with a silencer?
I have many weapons
yes.
at my disposal, my dear Softly. I simply have to call to them. I'm going to call a bunch of eagles.
Oh, I see where you're going. That'll do
I'm
it.
going to call the biggest populations of birds that I know of.
Never
and
mind the guns, gentlemen.
Frank Green has actually been going around these different burrows to see which particular bird species is the most populous.
In this area, it is seagulls and pigeons.
Okay, now we'll have to use summon first off. I believe that is Charisma Survival.
It's beckoning. Yes, it is charisma survival difficulty 6.
Okay, fantastic. Spinning a will point. Making sure I know. For 3, so that's 7, and a will point, difficulty 6. Ooh, that 1. But still, I get 3 successes.
Alright, you get... Holy shit. Because this is an airport, and I do believe LaGuardia is right there on the water, you're going to get like a flock of seagulls, about well over 200 birds.
Okay, well, with this fantastic flock I seem to have amassed around myself, I will simply conduct them like any conductor would and sort of say, you know what, go take a shit on that plane.
No, not take a shit. Into the engines! Into the engines!
I'd say that as well. Go ahead and shit.
That stops planes. This thing hasn't even started to turn on. It'll gunk it up. There's no way that thing's going to take off if it gets to go in.
Exactly. It's going to go ahead and just fly into that plane. Just fly into any of the big noises and machinery. And also take a shit on the windshield.
This is why you fear the Gangrel Animal Lord.
Yeah.
It's not the guy who loads of protein. It's not the guy who loads of fortitude. It's the guy who just goes, nature, fuck it up for me.
Okay.
We see a giant flock of seagulls go towards a plane.
Yes, you do. You see
How
these
weird.
seagulls. They begin to swarm down upon this plane. They begin to just land on it. They don't really necessarily peck at it. They land on the engines, the wings, the fuselage. They're all over it. They're making a mess of it. You see the large gentleman begin to walk towards the plane, and he is going to roll something.
In the meantime, Victor will be skulking through his things, and he will bring a couple of small hammers, those who are used for chiseling statues, and he will just grab one each and put them inside his pockets with his hands, and he will just be waiting for a signal.
Real quick question: how much success did Frank get on the Feral Whispers?
Fair Whispers, you need any roll Fair Whispers? I will go ahead and do that, my good sir. It is, I believe, manipulation animalkin?
Yes. Yes, manipulation animal kin.
Alright, cool. Also spending will point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Nah, it's difficulty 7. Difficulty
me?
7. It's difficulty
Okay.
7, so, but you still have more than enough.
Why do I have images of the pilot of that thing running back and and just basically be like, "You can't open the doors. Have you ever seen the birds?" It's like having a complete mental breakdown.
It's a pandemic all over again!
I have made that airplane the bane of these seagulls. They will not leave.
Alright.
What
At
happens
this
to me?
point,
The guard told me,
the guards... You make me a perception and awareness roll. Or perception and alertness, I'm sorry.
I'm going to be pulling my
Same.
scarf up around the lower part of my
3
face right
successes.
about now and lowering my hat a bit because I said fight time coming.
Victor has his shades.
Anybody who does not have a mask is
How many
getting a
successes?
presidential mask at the moment.
3.
3.
hat, glasses, tape up to here, and the hammers.
You get to make a dodge roll, my friend.
Okay.
Yes, because you see the guards on the other side of the booth. They have picked up their automatic rifles and they are aiming at you, sir.
What the?
What did you expect, my good sir?
I just came here to work, man. Okay.
Can we see our friend getting almost assaulted by those people?
Not yet. You're not close enough, and you're kind of focused on the birds. The birds.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes. I have lighting reflexes.
All right. The first guard will fire. God, there's a lot of ones. They're going on a strafing run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many did you have?
7. Dang.
7.
Isn't strafe a higher difficulty? I thought strafe was higher difficulty, but I'm not sure.
Oh, it is, yeah. Okay.
It's, I believe, a +2.
Yeah, so it'd be difficulty 8. You are right, sir. So the first guy misses. Let's see what happens with the second guy.
Should I roll again?
No, I'll let your amazing dodge roll do, because they're both like aiming at you at the same time. Not even close. So yes, you guys hear automatic gunfire ring out.
Oh god.
From this from the guard tower. You basically see the front things. They're aiming at Arthas. Arthas masterfully jumps out of the way and dives into cover behind a jersey wall as bullets begin to pepper his position.
All right, Frank Green goes ahead and says, "Move, people! We got a friend under fire."
This is going to be extremely fun.
I will declare that Pack will obfuscate and will do what he does best, which means he will sneak to that tower and see what he can take out without others noticing.
Because there are 2 guys in a guard tower shooting?
Or, well, a guard booth. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm gonna drive my car into that.
What?
Okay.
We have the masquerade thing, right? Fuck that.
Graham, just a real quick question. Do you have common sense as a merit?
No, but if there's someone on the ground, I'm gonna hit that person instead.
All right, give me a dex and drive roll.
Okie dokie. Difficulty 6?
Difficulty 6.
Okie dokie. That's 2 successes.
All right, you ran into you. Alright, so everybody who else is standing around watching this scene unfold, you see Jonathan DuPont wheel his SUV around, and he goes careening into this guard tower, into this guard booth. It's not really made of a thick material. I mean, they aren't really expecting to be assaulted right there at the guard thing, and basically what you see is you hear this big crash and the sound of glass shatter. You hear the sound of screams as this SUV basically just rolls right through the guard tower and smashes into, comes out the other side, and then smashes into one of the chain link fence posts, which then collapses under the hit. So now part of the chain link fence is down.
And I did buckle up.
Yeah, you're fine. You're a vampire. However, you're going to have to spend a good little bit trying to get out of there because your airbag has deployed, sir.
Good thing I
Right.
have
Well, it
a
seems
knife
like
then.
somebody has been kind enough to open a way for us.
Mm-hmm.
Proceed to charge in undercover, trying to keep low because I'm going to assume there's going to be more fire coming my way.
At the moment, you don't hear any other gunfire. However, you do hear at LaGuardia, you start to hear the sound of an alarm.
Well, time to retreat. We've done damage here. We stopped the flame from going on. We've accomplished a mission. He's not going to be leaving tonight, at least. Masquerade mode on.
What does the party wish to do?
Well, the simple question is, am I going to be informed that we're not taking out the guard tower?
Mr. Peck, you probably saw or at least heard the guard tower being taken out.
Yeah, did the tower collapse? Because that
It was a
seems
shack.
very
It wasn't
logical.
really a tower.
It was
But
a
yeah.
guard post.
Yeah, basically the guard shack is no more.
Oh, just a shack. I figured along a bigger, stronger tower.
No, not at all. That was my misspeaking.
So Artis will start to run through the plane to get Marquez.
Oh god.
Fair enough.
Thank you
Okay.
for fucking up our semi-element of surprise.
What is everybody else doing? You guys see Arthas running across the tarmac.
I'm
Well-
sitting in the vehicle in which I am, because I just heard Cher said there, and I'm just kind of like watching. It's like, good luck to them, but we can't have like a bunch of hoodlums with scarves and masks out running around in the airport.
Yeah, he's on his own. Michael gets back in his car.
Jonathan will use his knife to pop the airbag and start reversing the car.
Okay. Car is a little fucked up. It's going to be a higher difficulty to get out of there. You're going to roll a difficulty 8 to get dislodged.
Alright. I will spend a willpower because, yeah. That's 2 successes.
You get partially unstuck. You're still kind of hung up in the thing. You'll need at least 4 to get out. Meanwhile, we have Arthas. He is running towards the thing. Is anybody going with him?
Yes,
Right.
Beck is going with him, but he's invisible.
Also, Victor has his hammers on his pockets, and he will use his specialty and his appearance of being harmless, and he will quite slowly walk to the plane, attracting no one's attention, like doo 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 doo.
You have obfuscate?
No, I'm harmless. I look like any other people.
Is that the
Um,
merit
this-
harmless or what?
It's a specialty on appearance.
I think what the ST is trying to indicate to you is
The
they're
situation.
shooting at silhouettes. You don't get them off as harmless before they start shooting at you.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm sorry, Arthas, retreat.
Okay.
So
Frank, are
much
you going
for
after your buddy Arthas?
I'm going to keep the car running. I'm going to keep the car running as long as possible.
All right, Arthas, you are running towards this plane, and you see 3 individuals standing there. The first 2 make their way there. I'm going to do this. Here we go. That's how I'm going to do this. The first one is a young lady. She's extremely attractive. She stands up and she's holding a pocket knife. And she's looking at you with kind of this cocky smirk on her face. The other one is a gentleman who has kind of a scruffy appearance to him, but he's not altogether unpleasant on the eyes. The third guy is still hanging back, and what you can see about him is he's kind of doubled over at the moment, and he looks like his features are distorting, and he's starting to grunt and growl as his body seems to be slowly metamorphosizing.
Can I roll a perception alertness check? Because this might give us the excuse in character that we have to go help him.
Yes.
Here we go.
I will explore that with my own.
Can somebody roll for me? Let's see, perception.
This is back rolling it.
4 dice for me, yes, but I also have I have some things that will let me know what the fuck is going on.
Alright, I will roll for you, my dear Kevin.
Yeah, already did it.
Okay,
Cool.
he already did it.
Yeah. Difficulty?
Okay.
Difficulty 7 from the distance.
7? 3 successes.
Okay. I would like to roll a intelligence kindred lore to know what the fuck is that and going happening.
Go for it.
Could somebody? What's the difficulty?
I'm gonna say 8.
That's a 7 for me because I'm a former ghoul. Could somebody roll me 9 dice at difficulty 7?
I will go ahead and spot you this time.
This is what he's good at.
God.
Okay. If it was a difficulty 9, look at all the successes. Look at all those 10s.
It was a difficulty 7.
Okay.
Mr. Soft, you know what, Kevin, you just do your thing.
Okay, and I know they won't give a shit about the cops showing up or the whole security.
Yeah.
So I will turn to the sheriff. They have somebody with enough skill and vicissitude to change into hard form. Think giant monster, somewhat akin to the Hulk. Not quite as powerful. Now, if Artis being there, they will not care that security comes up. Unfortunately, it's arguable that the best move to protect the masquerade right now is to go in and take them out because they won't care that the cops are showing up. They're just a bat. They don't give a shit about what we do.
Okay. Kill him now. We can get away. If anybody else doesn't get away, we'll try to use one of our contacts to make sure they get out of jail before the fucking sun up. Inside.
Alright.
So, yeah, we're moving in.
Yay! Violence time.
Is Victor in the same car as me?
Oh yes.
At which point Michael is just going to turn to say Victor and say hold on. And he's just going to foot to the accelerator. Foot to the accelerator.
You do know that I'm still there, right? If you're going to go to the same place.
It's a chain link fence, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I've seen you go through it after going through something. I've seen you go through it after. Yeah, I've seen you go through the chain link fence after you went through a guard tower, so I don't think it's going to really stop me here. So I'm just going to go plow through that chain link fence.
And I'm also rolling my second dex drive roll to see if I get out.
Okay.
Spending another willpower. Oh, okay.
So technically, the only 2 at the group of 3 people is me not seeingable, not visible, and Arthas.
Dr. Softly is calling the prince. Now, the person who normally plays that NPC isn't here. It's completely up to the ST, exactly what the prince says, but we're informing him of the situation. Obviously, he knows about the message previously, but we've got full-on Sabat here who are about to blow a huge hole in the masquerade. We have to act.
Lenison's response will be as follows. Eliminate with extreme prejudice.
So,
I will tell the sheriff.
5 successes on my drive. Can I drive towards these people and run them over?
You've gotten out, but you're going to have to spend at least one turn getting yourself oriented the right way.
Yeah, no worries.
Michael?
Yep.
You're driving. Who are you going at? Because right now what you're seeing is a Zamisi in horde form with the huge size merit standing up.
Okay.
I'm holding on.
Change Protean 4 is Saint Bernard form while he's running. Do that.
Okay, firstly, I would like to spend a blood point on a celerity action.
You can't use celerity actions in a car. The car only has so much.
No.
However,
What I'm planning to do. What I'm planning to do is
okay.
current place. Use my celerity action to pull my shotgun up and take a shot at the Zamesa.
Okay.
Yep. I will be spending, since I'm on the other seat, I'm spending one of my blood points to a celerity action and actually aiming at the Simitia and throwing one of my carving knives at it. Like,
Calling up another storm, because I think that'd be useful at the moment.
Dr. Softly is informing everyone to don't let it get a grapple on you. It could do some significant changes to you. He will he will lean to Frank and say, I think this is a time where I should probably use Elias up my sleeve.
Just go. Just go.
I'm-
Teacher is out there. Protect your teacher.
My teacher. What the hell? I'm popping my protein glands.
Ooh,
And my eyes are going red.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I wish I had
Yep.
more blood.
yep. The doctor
My
is mad.
son! My son!
who is attacking Arthas at this moment?
Alright, so we're coming up to Arthas. Arthas, you just
Vinny.
turned into a Saint Bernard? Yes.
Vinny, hold on. I would like to maybe take my action this round. I was saying I'm actually hovering above Arthas all this time until something interesting happened, which it did. So I was just wondering what kind of roll should I make if I'm planning to exit Raven form while in the air and charging the Zimishi.
Badass motherfucker.
That's a very good word. I like it.
You're going to need... How are you going to do this? Are you just going to pop, like fly as a bird towards him and then pop out of it and drop on him? Or are you going to try and be subtle about it?
Depends on the situation. Are there any people around, cameras?
There are 2 other Canaanites standing in front of this Zamisi. One of them, the young woman, is squaring up with Arthas. The other gentleman has just his right hand out, and he seems to be kind of twirling his fingers ever so slightly.
Alright, so what I want to do is just, while I'm above the Zimishi, I will probably pop out and fall on him. You know, like fly right at him and just pop out of the animal form and try and stake him.
Alright, go for it. You're going to drop out of the air.
Exactly.
You're going to do an attack roll. So you're going to do an attack roll trying to stake him, which is a called shot. It's going to be difficulty 10 for you.
Vinny,
Yes.
could I request some sort of initiative order?
After this first clusterfuck, yes.
Yes, okay, but as it's like he's above Arthas and whatever, fuck it, never mind. Go ahead.
Alright. I will spend willpower for that.
Alright.
And we'll use blood point to activate potence.
Okay.
Well, why not add 1 blood point to my strength? Alright, so normal roll, melee plus dexterity.
Dex. Yep. Dex melee.
And so alright, that will be just 1 success from the willpower.
Yeah. I am going to roll his counter. That
And by that you mean?
he is gonna claw the shit out of you.
But I can, attack him first, do damage.
You got a success?
I got 1 success from willpower spent.
Okay. All right then. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Alright. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11 lethal.
Ow.
11? How do you count 11?
It's potence. Activated potence.
I have 4 potence and I spend a blood point for it.
Okay. Wait, I think you have to spend per dot of potence, don't you?
No.
Not really.
Jesus Christ.
Nope. Yeah, it's for the whole round. So
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He took 9 of that 11 damage. So you don't stake him.
He's a tough son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Out the way.
Well, the stake is halfway through.
By the way, firearms roll for a headshot though.
All right. Go for it.
That's the hit roll. 4 successes.
Okay.
Yep. Shotgun is 8 damage. Plus 4 successes. That's 12.
Wait, are you driving?
I took a celerity action.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes. The damage.
And that was a cold shot to the head.
Cold shot to the head, which makes it lethal.
Right. How many successes did you have?
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What do you know?
Damn.
I will be rolling them for my knife.
That's difficulty 6, I believe, on the
Yep.
throw.
That will be dexterity and what in this case? Melee? No.
Athletics.
Athletics? Okay, I have already blood buffed my dexterity to +2. Okay, here you go. 1, 2, 3 successes.
Alright, go ahead and roll your damage.
Yep. For the knife,
Strength plus 1.
is it's a strength +2 on the list.
Really? A throwing knife strength plus 2?
Oh
Okay.
no, strength +1. Sorry, you're right.
I thought
was.
so.
Yep. So 5 dice to hit, 2 damage, carrying 2 from the throw. 1 only.
Well, he doesn't soak as well as he had been, but he manages to soak that like a champ.
Damn it!
All the same, he just kind of looks at the two of you like, bitch, please.
I never asked for this.
Mike, I'm not liking this. It's just like New Orleans again.
God damn it!
And he is going to claw Paragos now. So that's...
Can I dodge that?
No, you cannot dodge that because you just dropped out of the sky to attack.
All right.
That's why you do defensive action for your main action. You attack with your celerity.
Yuval dropped out. He will be back in a moment.
Yeah,
1,
usually happens.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the celerity makes it 7. Or not the celerity, but the willpower. But alright, and that was a claw attack. That's what, strength plus 2? Lethal? I believe.
Yep.
Claws are strength plus 1, I believe.
Alright,
Yeah,
strength
strength
plus
plus
1
1.
lethal. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 6 plus 7 is 13.
Are we fighting elders?
No.
A horrid
Horrid
form,
form
yes.
Yeah, hard form is
It's just
terrifying, and that means he's got high enough to mess you up in combat. He can use his vicissitude like a weapon. That's why Doctor Softly said not to let them grab a hold of you.
3, 4, 5, 6 successes on the attack. On the damage roll. Paragos.
All right. Rolling some. Is it Argo or not?
It's lethal.
Cool.
For all their charms, the Zabisi cannot get egg in their claws without Protean. You gangrels are still number 1.
How many damage did he do?
6.
I soak 5, so I take 1.
Alright. So the
Utterly
claws
terrifying.
So the claws hit Paragos, and they do a fair amount of damage. The two stare at each other. However, to the rest of the kindred, this motherfucker just soaked a shit ton. Jesse, is Mr. Peck going to be doing anything this round? You are
Yes,
obfuscated. You do have an ambush.
Mr. Peck has noticed that the fighting has begun. And the question is, I think if I reappear and stab the woman in the back, that I'm going to be very much noticed by the Shimiche and probably Tremere, who is secretly casting. So, probably smart enough to attack the Tremere instead.
I've put a list there for the ST of the PCs where their initiative is. For when we've had competing initiatives, adjusted by alphabetical order of the character name. I'm not checking up with people. And you, the ST, can copy paste it out and fit in where the NPCs are going to be when they roll their initiative.
Yep. Well, aren't you guys lucky? Alright, Mr. Zamisi is going 8 plus 3 is 11, and what is our mystery guest going at? 3, 6, 10. Okay. Not going anytime first. Alright, so the initiative order is going to be the young woman. She scored higher than everybody else. After that, it is Paragos, Arthas, Softly, Victor.
DuPont got higher than Paragos.
You forgot me again.
I put
Sorry
it in
about
there.
that, DuPont.
That's why I did
DuPont,
decide.
yes, you're right after the young lady. Zamisi is going right before Frank, and it looks like Peck will go right before our mystery guest. And last but not least is the Bruja, who is an utter disappointment when it comes to this
What about Brock?
initiative.
Am I
Brock.
there? Okay.
All right, well, no, did you go there, Brock?
Yeah, I figured I was a little late to the party because I was distracted by my vision, but I would have gotten there at some point.
All right, Brock, you're going to notice that they're attacking what you're pretty sure is Marquez's jet.
Yes, I'm obfuscating up to the jet.
Okay. This is going to be very interesting. Okay, so we're going into initiative order. Michael, please declare.
I am going to aim. I'm going to make a cold shot to the head of the young woman.
Okay.
In any other context, that seems horrifying.
If you know what I mean.
The young man is going to use a discipline. What that discipline is still going to be a nice little surprise for everybody. I promise it's not diammonium. After that, it is Brock. What are you going to be doing? Or no, I'm sorry, Tech. Tech, what are you going to be doing?
Beck is going to enter the plane. Because there was a nice stewardess.
Okay, the plane doors are currently shut from the outside. You can open the door if you want.
Yeah, I can open the door, I don't care.
Alright, Brock, what are you going to be doing?
I obfuscate through the door, which is just opened in front of me.
Alright. Frank, what are you doing?
Well, tell me, how screwed up is the plane at the moment?
It's just covered in birds at the moment. It's not damaged.
Right, okay. I'll summon more seagulls to my defense, and tell them to attack everybody that it is not my friend.
Alright. Victor.
Victor is just taking another of his knives, and has he seen the young men doing things with their fingers?
No.
Okay, then he is
I was just gonna say, to be fair, we know he's using a discipline. It'll probably say, like he did be initiative. Maybe perception awareness check. Maybe chancey where.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
You guys are gonna have it
perception.
past midnight, motherfuckers. I have work in the morning, you assholes.
We like you. We like you. That's 3 successes with a 2-10, so that's specialty on attentive, 2 for 5 successes.
Okay, yeah, you can see he's doing something with his hands. You don't know what.
Yeah, knife to him, like.
Okay. After that we have softly. What is softly?
What is the? Well, I do believe I beat the hard form guy in initiative. What's that doing?
Oh, sure. I'm sorry. Mr. Zulo is going to. He is going to pick up Paragos and smack him against the plane.
Okay, can I get somebody to roll a perception awareness roll for me? See if I can. Yeah, I'll get you my dice pool for that. Could you roll 4 dice for me? Because I might have to figure out what that guy is doing.
Rolling. 2 successes with standard difficulty.
What do I know with 2 successes? What the?
You know that he's focusing on Paragos, and you know he has ill intent.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna walk over to him, and I'm just gonna do a single claw attack. Actually, what is he wearing?
His clothes are kind of tattered. That's about it.
Oh, that's fine. So he's probably not wearing armor. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a claw attack.
Okay.
I'm hoping he's not a Ravnos. Because that would be like fortitude. Damn. Oh, and I'm spending a to make this as quick as possible. I'm gonna spend a willpower point.
Okay. Arthas, what are you doing, bud?
Claw attack to Giovanni.
Claw attack to who?
The girl. The Giovanni girl.
Alright.
It was your girl in New Bedford. I remember
Yeah,
that.
I know. I recycled the picture. Okay, you could do that. And then DuPont or Paragos, what are you doing?
Paragos will, at his turn, will probably spend blood for some celerity action, but will also try and complete the staking. I mean, the stake is halfway through. He will just try to punch it again for like 1 more damage or something.
Okay. And then DuPont, what are you doing?
Getting out of the car and shotgun to the twinkling finger guy's face and spending blood for your celerity action.
Oh, are we going to say... Damn, I forget to tell Slurry.
And potence, for that to mention.
Okay.
No potence for me.
Maybe
Alright,
can I say that I want to spend the blood for celerity action?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Thank you.
Makes the whole thing quicker.
Yep. Alright, top of the action order. The young lady is going to spend 2 blood on celerity. And she is going to go for a knife attack on Arthas Rock. She's also going to buff her strength up on this one.
What is her generation?
Not high enough.
Celerity does not count towards your generational maxes
Yeah.
for blood expenditure in a turn. It's kind of bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Alright,
Well,
so
it's kind of
she...
necessary.
Yeah. Alright, she is going to go for a knife attack. This is difficulty 4. 4. She doesn't get the passive bonus. Additional 4. One, two, three, 4 successes. So, oh wait, no, 5. 5 successes. And so that's 4 plus 5. 9. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6 lethal.
1 lethal, take it.
Alright, Mr. Soaky Soap. Alright, we move down the order. DuPont.
Okie dokie. Let's clear that, by the way. So, shooting someone in the face is difficulty 8, right?
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Actually, what range is the weapon and how close is he?
I'm walking closer and it's a semi-auto shotgun.
That's... How close is he, Mr. SD?
He's going to be good enough distance away that's going to raise difficulty up to 9.
Oh, he's supposed to move away. Okay.
Let's see. Because normally a head is 7, right?
No, it's 8. But
Okay.
if you were in short range, what you're up to go down to 7.
Okay, so difficulty 9 then. Nope, I botch.
Okay, Jonathan. This is going to be the sequence of events that happens to you. Your gun's barrel, for some reason, was not rifled or has not been cleaned properly as of late. And when the round goes off, it does not clear the chamber, and the gun explodes in your hands. Do me a favor and roll your soap.
Okay. That sucks. 4.
Alright, let's see what happens when this thing blows.
Let's see how high explosive a gun is. Apparently very high explosive.
Only 2.
Yeah, I'm fine.
So yeah, it hurts like a motherfucker. But you're alright.
Actually, it doesn't. I just drop it. I'm like, fuck, nice then.
Yeah, your gun though is fucked. Alright, moving on. We are at Arthas.
Alright, so I'm gonna roll Dex
Or
Melee.
Panos, sorry.
I'm gonna
Sorry.
roll Dex Melee, difficulty 9, right? So just pushing his stake more inside his heart.
No, it's gonna be difficulty 8. 'Cause it's already in there.
Oh, 8?
Yeah, it's already in there.
Yeah, to be fair, many a GM would go, well, he wasn't standing there since you last staked him to make you do it from scratch again.
Alright.
He was being nice to you.
Because
Cool.
Vinny has places to be tomorrow.
Right. So
I'm saying because this guy's got so much stamina and so much fortitude that that thing got kind of lodged in there.
not gonna use willpower in this one.
You motherfucker.
3 successes.
All right, let's roll this.
Did you roll the damage first?
That's what I meant. Roll the damage.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Uh, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you staked the motherfucker. The Zulo goes down. His body literally goes rigid, and he falls backwards. Actually, no, he's gonna fall forwards. Paragos, you've already attacked, so
I use celerity actions. I get 2 celerity actions.
At the end of the round.
at the end of the round,
Alright.
he's falling forward at you.
That will be funny.
Yeah, he's just gonna literally crumple right on top of you, and this motherfucker weighs probably close to 900 pounds.
So you're saying 1 kilochunk.
1 kilochunk.
Yeah, I'm huge size, but it's still gonna hurt.
Yeah, not a lot. I'm gonna give you for every dot of his stamina. Just make me a soak roll.
Counting armor or not?
Counting aria.
Two.
You are effectively pinned under this thing, as you had to at least clear 5. So he crumples atop of you, and literally you're under this thing, and you're like, Jesus Christ! I'm so glad I don't have to breathe.
All right.
All
3 damage.
Yeah, and you are effectively pinned at the moment. All right, so softly.
Mr. Sheriff.
No, wait a minute. No, I'm sorry, Arthas.
Claw attack.
All right, she is going to use one of her celerity actions, I guess.
She cannot use her celerity actions to do so. She has to use her main turn action to do a defensive action.
She already did that, actually.
Yep.
So, okay, fair enough.
I have to correct you on that, Kevin, but not right now.
Oh, okay.
Roll your damage,
Roll
man.
your damage.
Five ag damage.
She took 2 of that. So she takes 3.
Oh, Beethoven.
All right, let's see. Where are we in this order now? Now I think it's softly.
Mr. Sheriff, can I get 8 dice for my claw attack?
Yes, you may, and god damn you, Kevin.
Who are you attacking?
I'm attacking the guy in rags who is standing there being all weird and quiet and using a discipline of some kind.
With 8 dice.
And I spent a willpower point, as I said to share my description. So how many successes is that?
You are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a 7.
So 7. That's 6. He didn't do a defense action. He was using a discipline of some kind. So can I get 11 dice for his claw attack, please?
Okie dokie.
Yeah, that's probably becoming Ash.
Is that including potence and the extra 2
Yes,
for
it
claw?
is. Yes, it is.
Wait, you have 0 strength?
No, I have strength. I got 6 dash, and I don't have as big a potence as I'd like, because, you know, I went off learning protein, which is a huge XP sink, but, like, totally worth it.
These are the excesses you are getting, my good sir.
Oh, so that is a
6 in total.
6 aggravated damage. Does he have any fortitude?
No, he does not.
So he's got I don't think you described him as huge size, so I think he's got a -5 to his dice pools.
Yeah, he does. That hurt like a son of a bitch. He's getting a little wide-eyed and then like, you motherfucker.
Good evening.
Fair enough.
Literally, he just goes up, hands his pocket, claws him, and goes, "Good evening."
Fucking Camarilla Savage. Alright, where are we at now? We are at Victor. Victor.
Yep, the knife is still flying to that poor gentleman who just got clawed by Dr. Soft.
If you make the roll...
I only got 1 success if it's difficulty 6.
Alright, let's just see what happens.
Yeah, on difficulty 4 to hit.
No, it's a knife throw. It's not.
No, throw is 6.
Difficulty
Throw is
6.
6. Stab is 4.
Okay. Probably. Okay, this is going to be awful. 3. No damage.
Son of a bitch. Alright, so he's still going.
Mike, the knife you have given me, they are dull as fuck.
It was your job to sharpen them.
Alright, Victor. Frank.
Yep.
Do you think? Who you attacking?
Right. Will I have to split my actions to summon and attack my birds?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. The lowest one is actually 6, so if I split them up, that's 3, 3. I am essentially calling more birds to my sides, not the ones on the plane at the moment. So we will roll that right now. 3. 2 successes for calling more seagulls.
Okay.
And then I will use my feral whispers to go ahead and tell them to go ahead and peck at those 2 other Canaanites. This will not actually do any damage, but it should give them a -1 modifier to their rolls, if this succeeds.
Alright.
Also, totally spending a willpower.
Alright.
1 success only.
Alright. You spent the willpower, you get it.
Yep.
Celerity Lady, I'm so fucked up, and the stakes of EC are kind of screwed at the moment. However, at this point, you are starting to hear sirens closing in on the distance, and you're starting to see flashing lights coming from the other side of the tarmac.
Right, I know what I'm doing next turn.
Alright, we are now down to Mr. Pet.
Please get assaulted by birds.
Yes, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Mr. Peck also enters the plane now through the door he just opened and needs to look what he finds inside the plane right now without being an astronaut.
Well, you are not obfuscated at the moment.
Yeah, I'm trying to be as obfuscated constantly as possible.
You open the door and you're stepping in.
Okay, yeah, well then I'll first obfuscate and step in. What's your point?
You basically, so you're taking the turn to wait outside. You can't step in and you can't obfuscate and step in the same turn.
Sure.
All right, so, God damn these things. Oh, that's why I'm looking at the wrong friggin' sheet. Okay, Brock, what are you doing?
Okay, I am obfuscated. I'm inside the plane. I'm looking through the plane. I'm using auspex to determine where, if I can determine,
Marquez,
where,
it's not a huge plane. It's literally about the size of, it's literally by about 20 feet inside the cabin. You see Marquez sitting at the rear of the plane with a shotgun leveled at the door that just opened, and he is screaming at the pilots, engage the engine, in that Cajun accent of his.
I'm just wondering where William is. But do I? Okay. I am going to retain my obfuscation and go right up to him, take my knife out, my silver dagger, out of my cloak, and I'm going to come out of obfuscation. How many people are guarding him?
It's just him.
I'm going to come out of obfuscation with my right hand on his collar and my left hand with the knife at his throat.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, explain yourself.
That's what you're doing?
Yeah.
He's gonna put that shotgun at you at point blank range.
God, I didn't quite process that he had a shotgun in his lap. I thought he was just flying the plane.
What is the Kevin? I can't remember off the top of my head. What is the difficulty modifier for point blank?
Point blank. Well, he's kind of in close combat, so it's a bit of a wash. Like if he was a short range, that'd be a -1. So it's just a 6, I think, at this range.
Okay.
Although, to be fair, he had the knife at the throat. The fact the guy's turning out a shotgun, you might let him get the actual attack off, because this guy's twisting and bringing up the shotgun. But your choice.
Well, no, he has the shotgun out like before him leveled already, so Brock kind of had to walk in the way of that to get there.
Okay, fair enough.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 8 plus 5, which is 13.
But he didn't say he was doing it to the head, so it's still going to be bashing damage.
Yeah, but
Yes.
there's a lot of ones in there.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Brock, show me your soap dice.
Stamina 3.
So how much damage are we looking at?
I soaked 2 of those.
Yeah, you take the shot, but it does very little to you. You are free to do to Marquez as you will. Your friend and former employer just tried to blast your stomach out.
Okay, I'm going to... I don't know if I can split actions. No, I can only do a discipline. I can't also stab him. I'm going to do Voice of Madness. I'm going to say, "Are you mad?" I spend a blood point. Makes a manipulation plus empathy roll, difficulty 7.
Alright.
Come on. 4 successes.
So you can affect 4 people total?
No. That means for a month.
No. Voice of Madness causes rot check in people. They take a run.
Voice of Madness. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Jesse, do me a favor. Do me a favor and make me a courage test.
I don't think I invested a lot on that. Running rather than... Yep.
I have to make courage as well.
Yes, you do.
Difficulty
Jesse,
6,
it's going to be standard difficulty, but plus 2.
Never mind. I've heard of shotgun before.
6.
You're fine. Now, this is from the voice of madness. You feel somewhat unnerved by the sound you just heard inside there. The voice of Brock Shackneck sounds extremely intimidating, but for some reason, but it doesn't make you run away.
And I don't run away.
Okay. However, the pilots, on the other hand, at hearing this sound, this voice that causes panic, they gun the engine. They literally take the throttle and jerk it forward to the fullest extent.
So there's a bird in the engine now.
Yeah,
There's
there's
a
quite
lot
a
of
few
birds.
of them, actually.
Those turbines are cutting into that engine as they're getting thrown left and right. I'm going to do a real quick roll for a few of you. All right, Frank, I need you to roll me your soap dice. Michael, you're okay. A fan blade literally shuts out and lands at your feet. Very close.
Alright, cool. I'll go ahead and roll. Look at all these 10s and a few 7s and 1 8.
All right. I'm going to roll its damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe you silk it. Very
So, just explain to me cinematically what just happened there.
Alright, essentially what you do is you hear the engines start to do that as the turbine fans kick in and they're going. However, you hear a bunch of your birdie friends being sucked in and you hearing and those fan blades are basically, as the plane begins to move forward, starting to crawl towards that speed up, the engine is throwing fan blades out left and right. There's, fan blades traveling this way, fan blades traveling that way. One of them actually screeches out of the engine and hits you in the chest. However, you soak it like a boss.
Boom! Holy crap, I just got hit by a plane!
And at this point, you notice that the engines are starting to
catch fire.
They're spewing flame out of the back. Everybody who's within the vicinity, I'm going to say Peck, Paragos, Michael, and Frank. All of you guys need to make a rot check. Paragos, you're kind of trapped.
I'm going to spend willpower on this.
Alright.
Aren't you a Bruja?
This is for rot track, not for frenzy.
Yeah.
Yes, and that is my only success.
Okay.
I got 5 successes.
Alright, so you're not frenzying. I just need to see if fate is going to be kind to you or not. You're fine.
Alright.
Paragos, you are in a very Peck, can you also make me your rust check test?
Again, a courage check?
Yeah, because now the voice of madness caused your courage check for the discipline, and now you're seeing this plane moving with flaming jet engines. You only need the 1 success, though, because it's not like shooting out flame jets at the moment.
Alright.
Okay, so the plane begins to move forward. It's spewing out black smoke and fire out of the engines. The flames in there begin to spew out. Let's see what happens to the next turbine. Alright, doesn't hit anybody in particular. It's still moving forward, but it's making a slow call. The pilots are freaking the shit out. And we're moving on to, I believe it is the gentleman who has been fucked up beyond all recognition is trying to make a hasty retreat as best he can at a -5 difficulty.
-6 birds.
Yeah. Oh, 6. So yeah, he's kind of just stumbling around trying to get away, and he's not getting anywhere because he doesn't have enough dice.
Have we forgotten about Marquez itself?
No, he shot Brock in the stomach.
Oh,
And then Michael, it is your turn. What are you doing?
I'm rolling to headshot the woman.
Okay.
That's difficulty 8, correct?
Yeah, call shot.
That's 4 successes.
What kind of gun are you using?
Shotgun. That's 12 damage. For all the ones. All the goddamn ones. 1 lethal. God damn it.
She takes 1 lethal to the head. Alright, we are in celerity actions.
I have.
Yep.
I have 2.
Same here.
I believe the woman's highest in initiative, and she had some.
Yeah.
She's dipping. She's gone. She's out of there. He's saying it is not worth saving this motherfucker who is leaving them behind, clearly. She is dipping
She's
out of
not
there.
our target. Although, I can't
You
tell
can literally
if
hear her
roll.
saying, fuck this shit.
Dr. Softly will say loudly to Zach, by the way, he's the infernalist, you probably didn't want him anyway.
Okay. Celerity actions. There is just the Zamisi, the stake Zamisi laying on top of Paragos. And celerity actions, we go to... Who spent on celerity this round?
Me.
Paragos and Arthas.
Alright, Paragos, you are currently trapped. You will
No,
need
no,
to
let
make...
me go first, if you don't
Yeah.
mind.
No, Paragos has to go first.
Yeah, well, I have higher initiative.
No, you don't?
Yes,
yeah, he does.
I do.
Oh, right, because he's trapped. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No,
It's
that's
like
okay.
almost midnight here.
I'm gonna run into the airplane because I'm getting Marquez.
Good man.
And staking him if I can.
Alright, you run in there, and you have...
A courage check. Oh, okay.
Yeah, make your courage check.
Spend the willpower because I don't want to freak out right now. Yeah, I don't freak out.
Strongly.
Do I need to make a attack?
Let's see. How much damage did Brock do?
I don't think he did any damage.
I didn't do damage. I made them rush wreck.
Oh, okay. Alright, cool. So yeah, you basically see Marquez being held with a knife at his throat.
Alright. Then I'm gonna do the dexterity melee to the heart. Yes. All the ones. But I still have a success.
Now it's damage time.
Indeed. So... let's hope I roll good. Nope. Just 1 damage. 1 lethal. But it's in there. Or at least I did some damage.
Yeah, he doesn't soak it. So you do 1 damage to Marquez. However, at this point, oh wait, we go down to Paragos. Paragos, you have a big off Zamisi on top of you.
Exactly, but it's not gonna be a problem since right now with Potence I'm on 10 strength.
You only need 5 successes to get this motherfucker off of you.
If he's fainted, actually with the 10 strength, I can lift about 1,500 pounds according to the book, so I can lift him.
Yeah, you throw this guy off you pretty easy. Question though, I'll give you a free action. There is a flaming jet, and there's the Zamisi just kind of laying there.
Yeah. I'm not throwing him off just yet. I just wanted to ask you also about the jet. The jet seemed to be about to explode. It's moving, but it's burning.
It's
right?
moving, and the jet engines are burning, and they are throwing chunks of metal in every direction.
And some of our allies are in this plane along with Marquez, right?
Yep.
And we took one guy down, and there's one guy running, and there's the Steak Zimishi, right?
There's the Steak Shimishi, there's the one guy who is unable to escape because he's too fucked up, and the girl with celerity is pretty much gone because she had 2 actions. She's hooked.
So there's no way of getting it to her.
No,
right.
she's too far away, and you had to spend at least 1 action getting this fucker off of you.
No chance of throwing this guy at her, right?
Not at her, no.
Well, how about at the plane?
Yeah, go for it.
Who entered the plane exactly?
You had Voorhees and you had Brock.
Nobody saw me enter. And
Oh
nobody
wait,
saw...
no, you didn't see Brock enter. You only saw DuPont enter.
Yep, you only know that the Venture Whip is inside.
Alright, so... And there are police coming in, right? He says something about that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They're still taking their sweet time, though. They're having problems getting the gates open to come to this part of the airstrip.
What's the nearest place you can hide a horrid form Zimishi?
Not a whole lot of places around, dude.
There's a very easy way to hide them. Pop off their head and they turn to ash.
Yeah.
True, I would do that if I wanted to.
Yes, plans.
Yes. Alright, so
let me also point out to you that the plane's engine still has turbines, and those turbines provide suction.
Yeah. That's why I'm gonna grab the Zimishi and just move away from there. Also, if I can at it, there's this guy who is almost finished. I can throw the body at him or something like that.
Yeah, go for it.
We could use him for questioning. I scream silently in my head.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and throw.
Yep. The Dex plus Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4, 5. What's the damage output for this one?
So add 5 plus your strength plus your successes.
So 9 plus strength. Alright, this is going to hurt. Or not with all. Yep.
How many?
5 successes.
He soaks 1 of those. He's just taking lethal. I do believe lethal can destroy a vampire, can it?
No, only 2 per him, unless it's double his health or something like that.
It'll start burning at least levels and aggravated the more lethal.
Yeah, he's pretty fucked up, but he goes in torpor.
Now it's my turn, right?
And just finale for the turn. Pargus is gonna stand near the body of the Zimishi, guard it if anyone has plans for it.
Okay, cool.
That's it.
Okay, are we done with celerity? I think Arthas, you have celerity, don't you?
Yeah, I will just kill that bitch who's running away.
And DuPont has his second action.
Yep.
I am double fast, so I can reach her. So, bitch, you're dead. 3 successes. No, 4 successes. 4 plus my strength plus 1. Dang. One egg. If you already take 3 egg, it means 1 egg more.
She doesn't soak it. But she's still on the move.
Yeah, it's the 4th egg.
Okay, then I'm gonna try and punch in the stake further.
Alright, go for it.
Are you gonna be nice to me and also reduce my difficulty?
Yep.
Yay! 2 successes. One carries over.
And whatever damage you do, you get it. Just have them do 1 damage.
I have 4 actually.
Alright. Marquez is currently staked.
Yay! So now it's gonna be next round and I can run away from this plane. With Marquez, hopefully.
Alright. Anybody else?
I yell, "Leave Marquez! Let him die here!"
Nope.
Nope.
Alright. The gates on the far side of the tarmac are opening. You're seeing flashing lights coming at you. You're also seeing flashing lights coming down from the entrance that you guys came in.
Gentlemen, it's time to
Fair
run.
enough. This is what Frank's going to do at least. Frank is going to try to cause as much havoc as possible with the remaining birds he has and direct them towards the 2 groups of individuals, policemen. Just trying to cause as much havoc, much confusion, make sure they go down slow.
And Jonathan is gonna run towards his car with Marquez and drive off, hopefully.
Well,
Victor is running through to Mike, going like, go, 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 go.
Before he even puts his seatbelt on, Michael's already accelerating. Before he's even completely seated, actually.
Alright, hold on, guys, hold on. Bram, before
Yes,
we get
sir.
to you, the one of the cars, the ones on the far side of the tarmac, are harried. They're gonna slow their roll. The ones close coming down the access road, they are not. They're still coming at full speed. And then, as far as the plane is concerned, you managed to get Marquez out of there before it actually explodes.
That's good for me.
Alright,
How
what
much
about
damage do
Brock?
we get?
I don't know yet. Are you backing away from the plane, Peck? I'm hoping you are.
As
I
soon
would've
as I
been-
get as soon as we get another round of order, what we're going to do, I will declare that I'm moving away. Yes.
As far as Brock, do me a favor and make a Dex Athletics roll. Standard difficulty. You're muted, buddy.
Okay, I'm going to use pump a blood point into Dex. You can do that, right?
Yeah, you can do that.
Nope.
8 successes. 8 successes.
No, standard difficulty, I botch.
Oh, Brock. Brock, do you have any fortitude?
No fortitude. But if it's the pilots that are still pushing the engines, are they still pushing the turbines?
They've left the throttle going. The problem is, right now, you're basically going to be caught in an explosion.
Never good.
Oh no.
Is that because I didn't have celerity?
That is because you botched on your
To get the hell out, okay.
of there. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's not good.
Brock, this might be the end for you. I'm not sure.
Well,
I have to check my fire damage chart to see just how bad it is. I'm not.
Completely covered. That's 5 ag per turn.
This is going to be trapped in a burning building.
okay.
So your difficulty to keep from rocks checking first off is 9.
All right.
And
I can roll that right now. Okay, I do not succeed, so I'm going to rush wreck. But they do have a clear view of the direction out, right?
No, you botched, buddy. You're kind of rolling around there on the floor. Where the fuck is damn fire?
Damn, James, that's bad. That's bad.
This is going to be a chemical fire, so
There's no one else in the plane.
just the pilots. They're still freaking out from your from your discipline thing.
Why is the plane not exploding? Did it hit something?
No, it's just that the engines are burning and there's fuel attached to those engines.
I'm just dead. Just declare I'm dead. I'll do the cinematic. Ah!
Yeah, this is going to be like a lot of. Oh wait, no, it's only 3 levels per turn, so you can potentially get out of there.
I can maybe.
But you're going to take
out
3
flaming
levels
wreck.
of. Yeah, you're going to take. The explosion's going to happen pretty quickly. It's not going to destroy the plane outright, but it's literally igniting all the fuel. The fuselage fills with fire. It kills the 2 pilots. You could make.
I'm rush wrecking.
Yeah, you're rush checking. Kevin, need a little help here. I'm losing coherence. It's late for me.
Your rolling rush track test, I'd say, well, bonfire's 8, I think. So I'd say about 9 for the rush track test.
Yeah.
So roll that first, your rush track test, see if you can keep your cool at all.
At 9?
Yeah.
I make 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, you're cool. You need to find an exit. So I would suggest, you're near the exit you came in, so I would think it's more of a
diving out.
Dex plus athletics, because you know the way out. You just have to get out there without getting burned as much as possible.
And
so
not to botch again. I don't have athletics. That's a problem.
You don't lose them. You don't lose the dice when it's a talent.
Okay, so blood point again in Dex. 4.
Can I?
My rolls are bad.
Can I see Brock?
I'm a burnt skeleton.
Can I see him near the airplane? Actually.
Yeah, he's taken 6 levels of aggravated damage.
Right. Celerity actions for me.
I'm not out of the plane yet.
He's not out of the plane yet, dude. He's in there.
I'm crippled. -5.
Can I even see him?
You can see. You can probably hear him. I'm sure. James, you want to give me what Brock is doing at the moment while burning?
Fuck you, Marcus! You're burning!
Alright, you know what? Fuck it. I'm using celerity actions and I'm running in there.
Oh god.
Brave man.
You actually see the guy in the car just waving you with his hat like, don't go. You're going to get burned. What he's doing?
So.
Alright, Jonathan, first off, make me a rot check test and roll me if you have fortitude.
I do, and I have armor on as well. So, rock check, willpower. Boink. Yes, so I have a success there.
All right.
Willpower.
And it is going to be difficulty 9 to soak this.
Okay. That's 3 damage.
All
But since I have 2 celerity actions, I can get in and out fairly quickly, I assume.
Mm-hmm. Make me a
Dex athletics?
Dex athletics roll to pick him up.
Okay. Da-da-da-da-da.
Jeez, all the botches in the world inside this plane.
That's, if it's standard difficulty, that's a lot of successes.
Alright, you pick him up and you manage to get him out, but he's still on fire. I will...
Probably
I'm
going
gonna-
to torpor.
I'm gonna roll him. Using my own clothing to smother the flames as good as possible.
Alright, you need to make me one more soak roll, Graham.
Okay. That's 2 successes for me.
Alright, so you take one more ag. And let's just go leave it up to a fate dice, because it's almost midnight.
Come on, Faith.
Brock, make your most dramatic scene that you have. The floor is yours. Sir, you are burning
What's
to
this?
a crisp.
A cinematic end scene?
This is a cinematic end scene, sir.
Brock, he was in flames. He didn't understand what happened to Marquez. He tried to find out. Marquez shoots at him immediately. Brock, he's betrayed. He used the voice of Magnus on his former employer. Vampires are a treacherous lot, he decides. He backs up. Everyone goes mad with Roshrek in front of him. The flames erupt, and finally, Marquez is whisked out in front of him. Holy shit, I can't believe it. Brock falls. He dives for the door. The flames start licking at Brock, and he botches again, making double failures. He finally makes it, and he's rescued at the last second by Voorhees. But as he falls to the pavement, to the runway, he realizes it's too late. And he looks down, and he watches all his bone structure and his flesh, and lastly, his brain, which turns blue and explodes with a crazy, brilliant light.
And for Jonathan,
Yep.
your most valiant efforts, you were unable to save Brock Shockneck. But I'm sure that your gesture of immense kindness and camaraderie will not be lost upon him in his last moments, knowing that somebody actually cared about him.
As Jonathan sees Brock turn to ash in front of him, he hits his fist on the pavement, screaming, "Marquez, I'm gonna make you bleed. For hours, for days, for months. You're gonna bleed."
And at this point, you guys are free to make your exit out of there as
Can I
quickly
kill
as...
that woman
To
while all this happens?
Nah, you didn't do enough damage to knock her off her feet.
he is, however, he's in wolf form effectively. He moves so much faster than her, and he has celerity as well. The problem is he can run her down. He's got celerity to keep up.
All right, make your attack. She's on full defensive.
1 point of celerity, and like 1 buff for celerity, and 5. 7 egg damage.
Hang on. She gets a dodge on this.
Oh,
Full
I had
defensive.
5 successes.
5 successes. Spending a willpower point. One, two, three, 4.
Damn, yeah, she's dead.
Yeah, she. Well, hang on. She gets one little soak roll. Let's see what happens. Not enough. She ashes. Poof. She was not quick enough to escape the gangrel. They rarely ever are.
So I go near my motorcycle, running like as fast as I can.
Yeah, you can get there before the cops do.
Back by the cars, Green is getting the car. Dr. Softly is dumping the mysterious guy who was waving his hands around that he slashed previously into the boot. Then he's going to turn around to Paragus, put one hand on the legs of the Zamiski. He's like, quickly, put him in the back.
Just one question before we go here. Vinny, is the fight scene over?
The fight scene is over.
Great, then the Zimishi actually turns back into normal form.
Yes, he does.
Even so, he's a big guy. Get your his hands.
He is a fucking huge motherfucker.
Yeah,
So am I.
We're
I'm
going to fail
getting
at the
them
moment.
both. I'm getting them both to the car and enter myself.
We're going to find one of our safe houses in Brooklyn that we've already set up previously, because
Also-
we've been setting up the places around.
Wait,
Also-
wait, 1 second, 1 second. DuPont, his car, I think, was trashed. We do not leave him behind.
Well,
Yeah,
Basically,
it
we'll
was.
squeeze it in, but...
It can
Okay,
still
fine.
run,
Squeeze
but
him
it
in.
won't be bad, probably. But
Okay,
Yeah.
Grant.
Sure.
So, who's got Marquez? Or is he burned to death?
actually, and I'm gonna make
Well,
him.
DuPont
DuPont
has
got
Marquez.
Marquez, I
He's
got
in-
the Tremere, and
Yeah.
Jubal got the Jimichi.
Just one thing. While I entered the car with the 2 bodies, I spent 2 blood points to, well, actually 4 at some point to heal all the wounds.
Don't worry about it at this point, bud. Don't
All
worry
right.
about it.
Yeah, you're going to defend, whatever survives of the seagulls after this.
Mhm.
And we're gonna rendezvous at the safe house, I assume.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
This safe house isn't going to be used after this point because there's a bunch of non-hounds using it, but this is what they're there for. It's not terribly complex, but it's got some stuff there, changes the clothes and things.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. And I think there we can
End the scene.